Now today I'm going to be making up some Scotch eggs. Now I've done Scotch eggs before. I've done the traditional one, I've done some Indian spice ones, various different types of Scotch egg. Now today I'm going to be making black pudding Scotch eggs, and in the centre we're going to have the egg nice and soft. Oh, delicious. So for making these Scotch eggs, I'm just going to go through the ingredients I'm going to use. Now, I've got my sausages there. These are just, you know, whatever sausage is your favourites. I've got 500 grams of sausage. Now, what we're going to do is just cut the skin off, peel them, and, you know, that's your sausage meat. Now, with the black pudding, again, the same amount, so roughly 500 grams of black pudding. Now, with the sausages, if you find those hard to get, as an alternative, you could use 500 grams of pork mince, and then what you want to do is just add a little bit extra seasoning, salt and pepper seasoning, and maybe some fresh parsley, and you bring that together with the chopped up black pudding, and there's a lovely coating. Now we've also got my eggs. Now you want to use probably about medium or large eggs. I'm going to use large eggs. I've got 10 eggs in total. Now I probably use about 7 or 8 of them for making the Scotch eggs, and the other ones I'm just going to beat those because we need to dip the Scotch eggs in there so that all the breadcrumbs stick to it. Now I've also got some plain flour. You only need a little bit of that to roll the egg in. That helps the sausage meat to stick to the eggs. And obviously I've got my breadcrumbs. Now you could use normal breadcrumbs, homemade, it's up to you. I've got these ones, Japanese ones, nice and crispy, panko breadcrumbs. And then finally, just a little bit of salt and pepper seasoning. So there's all the ingredients. Now what I'm going to do is get all the black pudding mixed up with the sausage meat, get it all prepared, and we're going to get on and make these Scotch eggs. Now just to show you, I've taken the skins off the sausage, so there's the sausage meat, and I've chopped down the black pudding. So going to get myself a bowl, and we're going to put all that in there and give that a good mix up. And then after that, I'm going to go over and just gently boil the eggs. Just put all that black pudding, all that sausage meat, like that. Now I'm going to get my hands in there and I'm just going to mix that together, try and get it all nicely incorporated. So I'll just carry on and do that. So I've just been mixing that sausage meat and black pudding together, and I think we've got that all nicely combined now. So that is ready to go on the outside of the eggs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the hob and we're going to start gently boiling the eggs. So let's go over to the hob and crack on with those. Now I've come over to the hob and I am just going to gently boil my eggs. Now I'm going to put 8 of those in there. You need to keep a couple because obviously you need, you know, those to put the breadcrumbs on. So make sure you don't just boil all your eggs. So I've got the 8 in there, like that. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, never hurts. Like that. Switch the heat on. Now initially I'm going to bring them up to the boil. Once they come up to a boil, you want to turn them right down to a very gentle simmer. Now I'm probably going to cook my eggs only for about 4 minutes, but you could cook yours a little bit longer if you want. Now with my eggs, they're just starting to come up to the boil, so I'm going to start my timer. I've got my timer here, and I'm going to turn them down because I don't want them jumping around too much. So just do them so they're sort of just gently bubbling away really. Now I've started my timer at 4 minutes once it just about comes up to the boil. So I'm going to leave those cooking 4 minutes. Now I'm just coming up to the 4 minute mark and you see, nice and gentle, don't have them bubbling around too much. So done my time there. Now what I'm going to do is switch off the heat. I'm going to take mine over to the sink and I'm going to put cold water in there straight away to stop them cooking. So I'm just running cold water because I want to stop them cooking, and also it just speeds the process up so we can shell them and they'll be cooled down, but it's mainly to stop them cooking. So just run cold water under there until they cool right down, and then we can take the shells off and start assembling these beautiful Scotch eggs. So now we've got the eggs all shelled. Now they've cooled down and looking good. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of seasoning, so a little bit of salt in the flour, and also put a little bit in the egg as well. It doesn't hurt. Bit of black pepper. Now with the sausage meat and the black pudding, I don't think I need to season that because I think they probably put enough in there. So I'm just doing the egg and the flour. Well, you can do the breadcrumbs if you want, but I think that's fine. So I am ready to go. Now I'm going to start with the eggs. Now I've got a bit of flour there, it's plain flour, and we dried these eggs off. So just I'll probably do 2, maybe 3, depending on the size of the pan. So let's get a little bit of flour, which will help the sausage meat to stick. Now it's a good one to have a little bit of water at hand, because when you're touching the meaty mixture, it helps your hand not to stick to the meat. So what I'm going to do is grab some of that. Grab what you think you need to put around the egg, and a little bit extra. Just squash this out, flatten it out, and very gently, and you do want to be gentle, you want to kind of bring it together, wrap it round. Look at that, beautiful. And you can just like roll it in your hands. This is looking good. Just move it around. Seal it up, try and seal all the meaty bit so there's no holes, and it'll be lovely. Look at that, that is looking good. Now we've done that, what we need to do is to dip it in that egg. Let's just roll it around like that. Beautiful. Now let's put it in that eggy mixture. Just kind of help it round its way. Get plenty of egg on there, and then you can just dip it in those breadcrumbs, and you can always pour them on top. Oh, lovely. I mean, if you want, you could even put them back in the breadcrumb, the sort of mixture, the egg mixture, and you could double dip them, put them in the breadcrumbs, but I'm going to leave them like that. I might do that for the last batch, and then we can sort of fry them up and make them look delicious. Now we're going to start cooking up these Scotch eggs. Now I've got a pot, which I've got some oil in there, plenty of oil. Temperature wise, I haven't measured it, but roughly medium heat. I would say the optimum temperature is around about 180 degrees Celsius. Now I'm going to grab one of these Scotch eggs. Ooh, they're enormous. And I've got this one, I might use this one, the double dip one. Put that in there, just keep 2 of them. And what I would say is, you want to cook probably for about 5 or 6 minutes. Just gently turn it around now and again. Get a nice golden brown colour, and just make sure the meaty bit on the outside is cooked. So when it looks golden brown, beautifully cooked, pull it out 5 or 6 minutes. Now these Scotch eggs look absolutely beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to serve these up. Just take them out, a slotted spoon. This is a double dip one. Ooh, that's going to be good. Let's take those over to the table and see how they are. Now let's just try them. Oh, these Scotch eggs, look at that. I just served them up. This is the one that's been single dipped. Oh, that looks scrummy. Nice and soft, but beautiful. And it's the one that's been double dipped. So we'll put it in the egg mixture twice, and we also put it in the breadcrumbs twice. Oh, they look so good. Look at those. Oh, which one would you choose? Use my knife and fork. Oh my gosh, I want that piece there. Look at this, look at that, that looks so good. With the egg, we've got a really nice soft centre. We didn't cook the egg too long, and we put it under cold water. If you don't like runny eggs, soft eggs, then just cook them a little bit longer, but enjoy. Get me slotted spoon, double dipped, double eggs. It's double of everything. It's going to be so good. Now I've got a couple of Scotch eggs there, and they've both been double dipped. So we got breadcrumbs twice. This one is enormous. The reason is that I actually put 2 eggs in there and thought I'd see what we can do, right? Let's cut this one first. Oh, look at that. That is lovely. It's soft. You could dip bread in that. Let's have a go at this one. Where do we cut it? Who knows? Just cut it in the middle there. Oh my gosh, look. Double bubble. That looks wonderful. Now you can't go wrong with that. That absolutely looks scrummy. Now, make sure it's all cooked, which mine is. Now I'm gonna tuck into this. Enjoy. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Look at this one, double bubble. We put breadcrumbs twice. Experiment and enjoy. Thanks for watching my videos. Don't forget to leave the ratings and all the comments, because I do try and read all of those. And don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon. The original Naked Chef.